Thank you for coming back. This video is going to be on sizing helmets. I'm going to show you the good, the bad, and the quick fix I figured out in a quick and easy way you can pretty much getting all your helmets to fit. Stay tuned. Now, when I first started doing this, I pretty much didn't have an idea. I was just winging it, just throwing on helmets and hoping for the best when it came to sizing. Something like this. My Panther helmet I made a few years back. It actually was too small for me, so I actually couldn't end up wearing it, but I really liked the prop, so I ended up keeping it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite ones. That's in a sense when it was too small. And then I have the Mandalorian helmet I had for myself. It's a little bit too big. Really like this helmet as well. So I ended up adding a bunch of padding on the inside so I could wear it. This is something that if you make it too big, you can always add siding. So with pretty much everything else that the new helmets I started doing, they actually feel a lot better. I started using this routine of using my actual fitted or cap from lids, 7 5/8 or any little bit bigger I usually go with. I can go ahead and throw that on. If it fits on perfectly, then I know I'll just size the helmet to that size, and it comes out perfect every single time. I usually, like I mentioned before, will add in a little bit of padding on the inside, so I add a little bit more spacing inside of the helmet itself. But haven't had any issues when it comes down to the helmets. As you can see in the background right there, we got my Namor one that works out perfectly. I made for my son, my Daredevil one, which fits perfectly, and Reaper from Overwatch. To start off, you're going to need an STL helmet file. I picked up this Miles Morales Spider-Man one from Yosh Studios. It comes in two styles. It comes as this mesh one and this face shell. I decided to go with the mesh one for this example. Next, I'd recommend heading to a lids or cap store in your area. You'll be able to try on a few caps and figure out the correct size for you. Personally, I usually wear a 7 5/8, but I scale it up by one size because I like to put padding inside of the helmets. Next, we'll figure out how to convert this over to millimeters. As you can see in this example, I'm using 5/8, which is my head size as an example, and I get 0.625. I usually will round it up to 0.63. Now, if you were doing 3.4 or 3/4 as a fraction, it would convert over to 0.75. So when you put 7.75 in inches, convert it over to millimeters, you get about 196.85. So I would take that 196 and throw it into my helmet size, and that's how I would get the perfect sizing for the helmet itself. In the description, I'll add in where I've acquired these head models. There are 3 of them. They're all different sizes. I acquired them from a creator on Thingiverse. His name is Budwin. I'll put his information in the description as mentioned before. To start this process, you're going to need to add the head model to the plate that you want to use and bring it or adjust it to about the chin area on the plate itself. Once adjusted, you're going to need to copy over the millimeter information that we did above onto the helmet itself. You will take that information, the millimeter information, and apply it to the x-axis of the helmet. That'll be from left to right. Once you've made that change, the helmet should adjust. Before you do anything else, make sure that uniform scaling has been checked off. Once I've adjusted the helmet size, I pulled it over to the head model. As you can see, it's a bit too small. The ears are sticking out, so what I'll go do now is adjust the x-axis. I'll continuously adjust that, adding more into it until the entire shape of the head is covered. All the ears, the chin, and the top of the head. Once I've got the correct sizing down, I want to do a test print. I don't want to print the entire helmet and waste a large amount of filament, so I cut out a small piece of the helmet. Bamboo Slicer and a few other slicers have a cut feature for all your models. This is me using the cut feature in Bamboo Studio Slicer to cut a portion of the helmet out so I can print it out and try it on to see if it fits. Once sliced, a piece like this usually takes about an hour or two to print out completely. I usually stop it within about an hour and a half. Once printed out, they should look something like this. This is a smaller one I have. I tried printing this out first. It didn't fit my son's head. So I just wanted to show you guys this as an example. And then I used this one over here for him. Same thing, just printed a little bit bigger. So this one's for 6 7/8. If you're looking at lids. Barely fits my head, but fits my son's head perfectly. So this is what I'm going to be printing the helmet in. I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. After applying the correct sizing to the helmet, I went ahead and added supports to prepare it to start printing. I'll show you what it looks like in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you want more, please like, comment, and subscribe.